I'm Lana, and I have been told for years now to tell my story, and it's finally time that I start doing that. I'd like to share my spiritual awakening and some of the experiences I've had thereafter. I had what I refer to as an abrupt awakening in August of 2020. It was only the second time in my life meditating, and I levitated out of my body and had a booming voice start speaking to me. And at that time, the voice scared me so much that I went right back into my body. And it was as if a USB port had been plugged into my mind. And I saw the illusions that are all around us. The illusions of the healthcare system, the illusions of the government, the illusions of our day-to-day lives. So many illusions. We live in a world of illusions. And I'm hoping that by me being vulnerable and sharing that I'm able to crack a little bit of the code that is out there in the what I refer to as spiritual amnesia that's going on the planet. I'm doing this to help. I'm doing this to be a light. I truly believe that by sharing our stories, others can heal. I grew up in the LDS religion, or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and was a devoted Mormon most of my life. I really was not searching for answers outside of my religion until my girls started attending Young Women, and I saw all the things that I disagreed with. So I started searching and trying to find where it is that I belonged. I went non-denominational for a little while. And then I had heard on all things TikTok about spirit guides. And I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try. And so I did a meditation first to connect with my spirit guide and had an overwhelming experience. And to try to determine whether or not it was true, I did my second meditation probably a couple weeks apart. And everything's been history since. It has been a multiplicity of events that have happened to me. My crown chakra, when I levitated out of my body, got completely open. At least from my awareness and my understanding, I believe we all have different perceptions. But from that moment, I had spirit start speaking to me. And I decided I'd get on TikTok and started sharing messages because I didn't know what was happening to me. I was literally going through a crisis. I was going through mental dismantling of everything I had been told since I was a child. Almost everything. And through that process, I found that not just me, but all of us are extremely gifted. That we can connect with our inner source or our inner light. Some call it the higher self. And I started in my journey looking at a lot of different YouTubers, and then found people that were channeling and thought, how in the heck is this happening? How are people channeling? They're probably doing it for the money. I didn't really buy into it until I came across a YouTube channel that had maybe 10 followers. And he was talking about his guides and his angels. And that is really what assisted me in believing in my awakening, believing that we can channel multidimensional beings, believing that there is a God source creator energy outside of ourselves that's so different than what I was fed in my religion. And I started really unraveling myself. What I thought was true, what I found to be false. I did a lot of watching programs on Gaia. Not a plug for them, but just the way my awakening worked. And I have direct connection with my higher self or with my guide team. And I have worked as a psychic. I've worked as an evidential medium. And I did that for a time in the beginning of my awakening, and then realized that we all have our own answers. And really my job is to lead people or to guide them to their own answers, to their own inner wisdom, because we all have it. I am going to be breaking down a lot of my life and my existence, but today I just wanted to post my first real introduction. Hi, this is me. I'm going to be open and vulnerable. I swear. I'm just going to be raw and authentic and open and share from my heart because I don't feel like there's enough of that going on the planet, and every one of us that can start just sharing who we authentically are, we can make rapid changes in humanity. It is not my intention to try and obtain clients or anything else by doing my YouTube. It's more of being able to alleviate the pressure that has been inside for me for years. I did start on TikTok. You can look me up if you want. It's at Abrupt Awakening, and I haven't posted there in a couple years, but I keep it there if people are searching or if people are trying to figure out. And I have gone a little bit into my story in some of the beginning of those videos, but I'm really being called to YouTube because my shares can be long, my shares can be fully channeled, and I will be doing all sorts of different things. I will just speak to what is alive in me at times, and then other times I may channel a message or I may channel a song. But this, first and foremost, is being created for me. And so I will be exactly who I am because this is a work being done for me. I no longer can stay quiet. It has to be expressed, it has to be shared. My channel has been asking to be opened for such a long time. And I've been quieting it and allowing my mom role and my wife role and every other excuse to get in the way. And I'm no longer going to allow those excuses to get in the way and just share who it is that I am. So I'm Lana. I've had an abrupt awakening. Went from being extremely religious to then understanding just how cosmic everything is, how multidimensional everything is, how to connect with my higher self, my ancestors, my guide team, and anybody else that's out there, extra dimensional beings. It's a never ending landscape of possibilities once you truly understand connection and bringing energies into you. So for today, I just want to say hi, hey, and I'm doing it. I'm going to share my story and share who it is that I am. And you can follow along if you would like or not. At this moment, I'm going to state I don't care what the comments are because I'm being authentic to me. I'm allowing the world to see me unzipping and climbing out of my shell and just being me. Because that's the change that I truly would like to see in the world, is others just being authentic to who they are. My current role in this world is to create safe spaces, that people can openly share and be vulnerable, to have gatherings, to attend events, and to just be there, to assist people in waking up, to wake up from the spiritual amnesia that we've been in. And it's more than spiritual, too. A lot of our history has been rewritten, and it's very different than what the current mass media, mass acceptance of our history is. I do not proclaim to know everything. I know a few things, and this is my personal experience. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion and to their own way of living. This is a great time of awakening, and it is time to remember who you are, remember your connection, remember how sacred and gifted you truly are. And together we can help the world heal by just being who it is that we are in our core essence. And at every now moment, majority of us are doing exactly that, being the best version of ourselves that we possibly can be. So I'm hoping that by being very open and vulnerable, that will allow others to be open and vulnerable as well. I may do some of these YouTubes from my bathtub. I might do it outside. I don't know exactly. I just know that I need to share, so I'm going to share. I have so much love for humanity. I remember so much. I remember what it's like to be energy, and it's really hard to place words to the things I remember because words are so physical and finite. Like, to express things that are non-physical using physical words can be a little tricky sometimes, so I will do my best. But that magnetic pull that we feel in our hearts, in our spaces, in our centers, that magnetic pull is how I live my life. I remember following that magnetic pull when my soul has left my body, and what it is to be on the other side, and what that looks like in my own perception of what I've realized through my own visualizations and my own downloads, or the awareness that I have obtained in those meditations. I'm excited, and if I'm being honest, I told you, I swear, fucking nervous at the same time to be so open and vulnerable, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to have the courage to just be who it is that I am. And hopefully there's some golden nuggets in there for you. But this is literally about me saving my life. Because on my journey, there have been many times that I haven't wanted to continue to go on. And the collective and other forces, because we are in a spiritual warfare, have tried their damnedest to take me out, and I no longer will allow that. I will be open, and I will just show up the way it is that I am in every moment. I'm hoping that by me sharing, I can allow others to be able to see possibilities and the multidimensionality of what truly is here on this planet, who it is that we truly are, and that we can step into our power and grow into the divine essence that's already there. Every answer can be found within. The kingdom of God can be found within. All awareness, all remembrance can be found within. I love you. Thank you, YouTube, for having me. And I hope to co-create some beauty on here that others will be able to benefit from. So much heartfelt love for you. So much gratitude for you being on this planet. Just you being here is helping change this planet, because if you've tuned into my channel, it means you already are awakened or you're waking up. So let's remember together. And I'm just going to share some experiences, hoping that me sharing experiences helps others in their processes of being able to remember who it is that they are in their essence, where they came from, and where they're going, because we never die. We're never really born. We've always existed, and we always will exist. So for today, that's it, and I love you.